to your home, your place of entertainment, your channel. Welcome back. Bring it in. Give your girl a hug. Come on. Oh, hugs. Hi, sister and brother, and anyone else that is joining us today. Okay, I'm going to be drinking out of this coffee cup here. I already have coffee poured. And I just brewed a pot of coffee because it's going to be, it ain't going to be nothing, y'all. Nothing at all. I just brewed a pot so I can, if I want it, I can drink off of it throughout the day. Are you? Okay. I was about to say, camera, ain't nobody got time for you. Getting all fuzzy and stuff. So, happy, probably Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I'm going to just say it's Tuesday because technically today is Monday. But I probably won't put this up until tomorrow, which is Tuesday. So, happy Tuesday, family. I hope you had a great weekend. Happy birthday to anyone whose birthday is today. Or was yesterday, for that matter. But I hope you guys had a great weekend. Okay, so I seen some of y'all already. I think it was probably Saturday or Sunday when I started seeing the comments about, okay, Sharon, do not start out. Don't start. Already, y'all was already on it. And I had just said, I know if I do not record a video, some of y'all was going to be sending the dogs. And that you did already. Like, I was like, okay, 2 days? Are you kidding me? People get 2 days off a week for work, y'all. Like, for real. Stop it. Stop it. I think I have opened up a really bad can of worms by filming sometimes back to back. I think that's what messed me up. Because then you spoiled ones get used to that and be thinking, if I do not record, I know, I get it, I get it, I get it. I get it, I got it. I got it. Gosh, I got it. I'm serious, I got it. Y'all, man. So y'all want to see something? You want to see something? Let me clean up my mess. Hold up. Hold up. Let me show y'all something. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I kind of am hungry, but maybe I'll wait a second. Okay, y'all want to see? Come here. Let me show you. Oh, I can't wait. Okay, so look at the living room. It's been changed around. Oh my goodness. Look at this. I did the swap out. So I know you're probably thinking, okay, Sharon, where is the other couch girl? Like, where did you put her? Okay, so she's back there for now, which is where I slept last night. This is what's back here. I swapped the tables and lamps out back here. Couch. And then I put the console that was in front of the window here. Oh, this is also from Tabitha as well. This beautiful card here. Let me let you guys read it because, we're all family. That is from Sweet Tabitha. I had it up here like that. It's actually how it's supposed to be. But when I was moving stuff. And then over there are the other 2 pink benches that were out here. I swapped them out for those. Don't look at the carpet. I know I need to vacuum. So that's what this looks like. There's the big vase all the way back there in the dining room now. And then I brought the other one in here because it sits lower. And yeah. So that's what I've done. Let's carry on with the video. But yeah. This is just, I'm going to leave this like this just so I can see what this feels like. Let this sit on me for a few days or probably until I move. I don't know that I'll even swap it back, but yeah. But anyway, this is what I've been in here playing around with. Okay, so I've been in here messing, as you can see. Oh, nice little backdrop here. Nice. Oh, this is nice. Come sit on the chair with me. Let's have counseling, darling. Okay, so I've been here messing, as you can see. I put the other couch back there because I wanted to see what my space would look like with one couch and utilizing the accent chairs and kind of just playing around with stuff that I have. Even though this stuff, or these two chairs rather, were just right there, right? Just literally right there. I could see them. I go out there every morning, have a cup of coffee, whatever, okay? I still really could not see them like I see them now. Okay, they look totally different in this space as opposed to their own little space back there in the sunroom area, right? So, are you have, okay, you have enough room to sit there. Let's scoot you over just a little bit, just in case. So, I wanted to see what the space looked like I said, without two couches and just one, because I'm really thinking more so now than ever, because I have not used the West Wing, honey, in like 4 days. I have not slept in my bedroom, which is over there. I have not went past the laundry room. I've been getting all my clothes out of the laundry room, literally. Have not had a reason whatsoever to go in those two rooms back there. So I just been like laundry room, and that's the laundry room right there. That door, right? There's the laundry room. So I haven't went past that. I've been out here, sleeping on the couch or either in the blue room. And last night I slept right there in the sunroom on that couch. I slept out there. It's a little bit more cozy because I like, little cozy nooks like that. So I slept out there. I'm just like, Sharon, I have so much stuff for just one person that is starting to get on my nerve. Seriously, get on my nerve. And I'm seriously thinking, 2-bedroom, here I come. This look, this space is enough. It is enough for me. And not having entered that wing over there, I haven't even thought twice about it. Like, it's just, okay. I haven't been over there. Can I see hold up, y'all. Wait a minute. Okay. That's better. I had the lamp off because I thought the light was going to be doing some weird stuff like it normally does. But I think this thing right here is kind of diffusing it. So anyway, I moved all the stuff around just to see what it would feel like just taking this stuff with me to the new apartment. Okay? And even doing this, now I'm thinking, I don't even want any of this furniture. I don't want none of the couches, none of the chairs. I don't want any of this. I think I want to go back to my sectional life. I tried out the pieces. It was fun. I did it at the house, same furniture, added a couch. Okay, I get it. I got it. Okay, whatever. I need to go back to what is most comfortable to me, what is most practical to me, and that is a sectional. Like, I miss that whole sectional feel. And I think I want an oversized, super ridiculously comfortable sectional as opposed to this whole. All right. Okay, so I had to clear some memory out on this, and it might do it again. I might have to delete something else. So anyway, what was I saying? What say? So, okay, I don't remember what the heck I said. I don't know. I don't know what I said. But anyway, welcome to your home, okay? So, okay, yeah, the furniture. So I honestly want to just drop off all this furniture out my life and just do a sectional. I think that's what I was talking about, a sectional. Or was I talking about the fact that I just want a 2-bedroom? Okay. whatever it was along those lines. I do want a 2 bedroom and I want a sectional. I'm over all the stuff. I'm literally over it, you guys. The more I'm here, the more I realize I just don't need it. I just don't need it. I don't have the desire for it. Now, you guys know I will take you along the process of looking at the 2 and the 3 before I actually make a decision on, again, I don't know what the layout of the new apartments is going to be. I have no clue what the layout is. So there is a chance I may get over there, look at the 3s and fall in love with the layout. I think for me, too, one of the major things here with having this 3 and the last 3 is the layout, for one. I don't like that the master is at the far end of the apartment. I don't like that. And I don't like that the master, even though it doesn't matter really to me in my life right now, but still, I don't like the layout for if and when, or if. That this room, the master, and there's a guest. Okay, wait a minute. It's on this side. You can't see it, but it's on this side. A guest and the master right there together. And then you have this room, which is all the way on the other side of the apartment by itself. I feel like that should be the master. And those 2 guest extra rooms should be on the far end away from the master, I feel like. I probably would feel differently about the layout if I did not live alone. But because I do, I don't like being back there on the far end of the apartment, furthest away from the door, okay, being a single female. I just don't like the layout. And while I can just easily say, okay, I'll make that be my master and call it a day, right? It's easy fix. I like the size of that room. It's cool. I like it. But I don't like not being able to see the TV directly in front of the bed. Like, that room is not set up that way, like this one. I would rather have this room over here and that one over there. So again, I don't know what the new ones look like, but once I tour the 2s, and if they're super, super spacious for it to be a 2 bedroom, I'm definitely probably going to go with that. Or depending on how big the 3 is, I don't know if I could take much more space, to be honest with you. But if the layout is different, it may make a whole different in how I feel about a 3. So again, I'll take you guys along that process, but I've been doing some drive-bys, honey. And the clubhouse by itself is immaculate. It looks like it's going to be a 2-story clubhouse. Like, that thing is grand. Like, I'm going to feel so good pulling into that complex. Like, I mean, I feel good pulling into this one and the last one. Okay, totally. And probably wouldn't even know what this one is like had that last one had a 3 off that first level, that ground unit. I wouldn't even know what these look like. Honestly, I wouldn't even be over here. I would have moved within the same, development itself. But those out there, though, oh my God. My heart just be racing when I do my weekly drive-bys to see how far along they are in the process. I just be like, oh, that's going to be where I live. I'll be living over there. Oh my God, I cannot wait. And I know, by summertime, the pool will be open. I might even be working out at the gym, honey, because, she's trying to get her life snatched, and snatched some more. So I may be at the gym doing me some little light workouts, really, really light workouts at the gym. And I was really involved over at the last complex. I'm not as involved over here. I mean, we have the movie theater on site. I mean, all the same amenities that the last one had. I haven't been to the movies over here. I don't really go to the clubhouse unless I'm picking up a package. Like, I'm just not as... This complex is much larger than where I moved from, too. Now, I just... this is a beautiful apartment. Don't get me wrong. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But... And I feel like when I get over there, that's going to be my last move under their umbrella. I feel like that'll be the last actual move here in North Carolina. I feel like once I get over there, I don't think I'll be looking at other apartments here in my state. However, I'm definitely considering moving out of the state to a different state. Don't ask me what state it is, because I'm fully aware of the state I want to move to. At least to try it out for a year. And if you've been following the family for a while, I have mentioned this state before. Multiple times in multiple videos. I mentioned it, I think, on the trucking channel. States that I could totally see myself living in. And it ranked like number 2, I believe, on my list. So, So if I move again, it probably, from there I'm saying, it will probably be out of state. Yeah. I would definitely pack up and move to that state and try it out for at least a year. 6 months to a year, I mean, just to see. And if I fall in love with it, that'll be where I call home until, you know, it's time to go home, okay? Just my thoughts right now. Just saying. So yeah, I've been just playing around with the furniture. Again, I won't for sure know what's what until I lay eyes and get a visual and a feel for the two other spaces. Which again, I will take you along that process. Honestly, I don't know if I will paint when I get over there. Now that part I don't think I want to do. I say that now, but I'm kind of over painting too. And everything being the same color. Like everything in here literally is the same color, I feel like. I feel like the carpet runs right into the furniture. The furniture runs into the walls. Everything is kind of on that same. The only thing that's different is the pink. That's the only thing that's different in here is the pink. That brings in some actual color. Everything else kind of just looks the same to me. Yeah. So, I got something to talk to you guys about. This is kind of like a story time, I guess. That was kind of brought on by some of you, several of you actually. So, you know, I put my email down in the description on every video. My email, my Instagram, my little Pinterest boards, all that jazz. I always list that down below. And it's a email that businesses and you guys can use. Doesn't matter. I don't have a separate business email. It's just everything to Sharon. She's so fabulous at yahoo.com. You guys email me personally. And then that is also the email that companies reach out to me through. So, and I welcome all your emails, all of them. I told you guys, even if I do not respond to the emails, because some of them are really, really lengthy, I do read all of them. I go through my email on my own. Nobody does it for me with a fine-tooth comb, okay? And I do get a lot of emails from, you know, you guys wanting to just share your stories, to home decor stuff, to Sharon, help me out. I need some advice and everything in between. So I hear lately, or maybe I should say, since I introduced Shine on this channel, I have been getting so many emails from you sisters who feel like I'm the poster child for relationship stuff, okay? And I get it, because I'm very transparent. I share a lot of my personal business here on this platform, which can be bad and good at the same time, okay? And while I am sharing my personal life with thousands of people to critique it if they want to, judge it if they want to, I'm fully aware of what comes with putting certain things out. And you have to be able to handle it in order to do it. And you guys know, for the most part, I don't care. Sometimes I will get petty. I'll clap back. It just, Just depends on how I feel that day, okay? But overall, I just don't care. It doesn't bother me either way. So I've been getting a ton of emails since I introduced him of you sharing your stories, relationship stuff, and I'm thinking, I don't know why she's asking me for advice, honey. I'm the last person that can give anybody any advice on anything dealing with a relationship. Like, I just am. But I thank you for feeling like I'm qualified to do that. So I wanted to share with you my relationship timeline, my journey. And I'm going to try and do it without going into any specific details about the relationship, because if you guys have reached out to me, that is, have felt like my journey thus far has helped you, then it can't hurt. Okay, it can't hurt. So I've been seeing your questions in the comments, wanting to know if I still see Shine or not. And you just want to know because I actually introduced him to you. I brought him to you. So I totally get it. Inquiring minds want to know. Is the man still around? Like, what? Okay. So to answer that question, the answer is no. I broke things off with him over a week ago. Or two. Maybe 2 weeks. Right after Valentine's, I broke it off with him. And for no reason whatsoever. I actually did it via a text message. I text him because I needed to. The reason I text him was because sometimes when you bring something like that to somebody who's not expecting it, okay? Because it was totally, I woke up. This is how I feel. Let me let the man know, right? So for him, it was a shock. Like, whoa, wait, hold up. What are you doing? Like, we got plans. Like, So I sent the text because I needed to say everything I needed to say in the text without being interrupted, okay? Which I knew he would call. I knew he would either call or pop up. I said he's going to do one of the two. And I sent the text, pretty much ending it. He did call. I didn't answer. And then I felt bad that I did it the way I done it. And I said, okay, Sharon, you can't do that. Like, that's not right. You can't do that. So I waited till the next day. He actually texted me before he called. He texted me and was like, hey, I guess this is your final decision. I called you. You didn't answer. I don't want to, basically seem like I'm bothering you, whatever. So I got to respect how you feel. I get it. Okay. To which he ended up calling anyway. Right after that. Well, a couple hours after that text. And I did talk to him, and I went over the text basically of how I felt, where it all came from, just where I'm at in my life. And he was like, okay, like, I get it. I get it. And again, I respect it. You know where I am if you change your mind, whatever. Okay. So to answer your question, no, I'm no longer seeing him. I told you guys in my separation video, if you've watched that video, and I've just mentioned it throughout random vlogs, chit-chatting with you guys, that if a person is not, several things could put you into this I don't want you in my life category. And not necessarily in a bad way, like a really bad way. Not necessarily have to be anything bad. It could just be because I'm in a different place in my life, and I felt like, since knowing my worth, that if a person is not adding significant value to my life, and I'm adding the same to their life, or if it's a toxic situation, or if it's just a situation that's going nowhere, or it's many reasons that I will say, you know what, I'm done. And I have no problem saying I'm done and literally being done. I told you guys, I am the girl who you definitely don't want to cross. But I have no problem breaking relationships off and never ever looking back at them as if they never happened. I've had that ability. Some may say that's harsh. Oh my God, what? Yes, I've had family, friends alike. It don't even matter. I don't discriminate, okay? If ties are severed, they're severed. If they're severed forever, I'm okay with that as well. I'm okay with forever. I'm okay with that. Like, I have no problem whatsoever saying, okay, done. And erasing you out of my phone, my contacts, my life, my memory bank, just that's how I roll. So he didn't do anything, just so you guys know, he didn't do anything. Meeting him, I now know what the reason was, that this man actually entered into my life. Even though it was a short time, everybody has a purpose for crossing into your life. Be it they're there to stay, it's a temporary situation, whatever. It's a reason. And I'm grateful for having met him. And, you know, having him in my home and in my life for that short time, it was really, really great, actually. Okay? Really great. But at the same time, it's not something I saw for the long haul. For those of you that have also been here for a while, you know I'm on the dating scene. I'm single and I'm mingling. I'm not necessarily looking for him per se. I'm just kind of going with the flow and letting him, whoever him is, discover me. I don't want to discover him. I've discovered since I've been dating, okay? So I don't want to discover him. I want him to discover me, or we discover each other, maybe, but not a one-sided situation, okay? So to give you guys kind of a timeline, so, and it may also help you to understand too, my thought process in dealing with the opposite sex, okay? Because I think some of you think I might be a little harsh or abrasive, or like Monte has just scorned me to a point that no. It's just now I am awake. And now that I have had the time, the necessary time that God put me in a position to be in, actually, to just be with myself and figure out who I was as a woman, as a human being, I had to go through what I went through. So now I'm looking back at it, I'm like, okay, it all makes sense. It didn't at the time, but it definitely makes sense to me now, okay? I'm a much stronger human being and woman than could I ever be back then. So every situation throughout my life up to this point has definitely made me what you see right now. So just to give you a timeline of my relationships, the serious ongoing relationships, how they've been for me up to this point right here, okay? And it might give you a little insight. So going back to high school, we'll go back to high school because that's kind of where things got serious, I guess, or where dating consistently came about. So my oldest daughter's father, I met him the summer of 8th grade going into 9th grade. Okay, that's when I met him. 2 kids basically over the summer. And then when I actually got in the 9th grade, school had started, I met him probably halfway through the first semester via my friend, my little homegirl, who was a bully. Okay, she didn't bully me, but she bullied every other girl she came in contact with. She was a real live bully. Okay, but her and I were friends though. She lived in the projects, and he lived in the projects as well. Little knucklehead little boy. And she introduced us when we were in gym one day. So he and I hit it off, and we dated throughout my 9th grade, throughout my senior year. We dated. Just me and him, little boyfriend, girlfriend. And we dated a year after graduation as well. So I was 3 months pregnant when I graduated high school or whatever. So we stayed in a relationship, I should say, up until our daughter was 2 months old. I think it was 2 months. She was 2 months old. So 5 years, 5.5 years, I was with this little boy. My first love per se, my high school sweetheart, if you will. So I was with this young man, okay, and like most high schoolers, you're trying to find yourself. You don't know who you are. I mean, really, he was, cheating and doing his own thing, and it became really toxic. Really, 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 really toxic. Like, he would, he would come home. He might be home for a few days, and then I wouldn't see this man for 2 weeks at a time, and then he just popped back up, and very toxic, but very befitting for teenagers. Okay, he didn't know what committing was. He had no, that wasn't happening. So much so that my daughter has a brother, and they are 3 months apart. He had a child with another young lady. We both were pregnant at the same time. Okay, so I meet him. Okay, so my daughter's 2 months old, right? My second kid's father, my two youngest daughters, their father, the place that I was living at the time, in the hood, okay, it was about, I don't know, 5 or 6 of us that were pregnant all right there together at the same time. Okay, we were all pregnant at the same time. And directly across the sidewalk from me was my friend, and baby daddy number 2 was her brother. So I would see this man coming over to her to see her, him and his girlfriend actually, okay? When I was still pregnant. Really big, and I could not, for the life of me, I could not stand the sight of this person. I could not stand him. When he would come, I would leave. Or if I was on her porch and he would come, I would go across the sidewalk back home. I didn't want no parts of this man. Like, no. And one day, I was still pregnant at the time. Like, that was toward the end of my pregnancy, actually. I was at her house, and him and the girlfriend, or he came by himself first, and maybe the girlfriend came later. I don't know. But as soon as he came in, look, I was ready to go. Across the sidewalk, and he grabbed me by the arm and was like, hey, why is it that every time, I come around, you always leave? Like, what? And, I was being all hardcore, like, boy, if you don't get your paws off my arm, I know something. Here I am, I'm just big and pregnant. So I leave, I go home. Like, let me go, real hardcore. So now I give birth to my daughter, and she's 2 months old, okay? I haven't seen baby daddy 1 in about 2 weeks. I don't know what this man is. And so baby daddy number 2 comes over, and he was like, listen, I'm having a party tonight, and I want you to come. And so you won't say you don't have anything to wear. I'm going to take you to the mall and let you go shop, like a little shopping spree. And the girl was like, honey, okay, I might not like him, but honey, this boy got some money. He was a little drug dealer or whatever. So he takes me to the mall. Now, mind you, I'm young. I'm still young and dumb and stupid and just, he takes me to the mall, and he buys me, I can still see the outfit, a cross color short set. So if you know anything about cross colors, drop me a comment down below and let me know you was a rocker, a junkie of cross colors. Because I was. Now, that was the dumbest outfit ever. Striped, colorful, short set, okay. He bought me 2 pairs of Reebok Classics. Okay, a girl didn't need much, honey, back then, okay. Reebok Classics. Got my nails done, because I was still doing nails back then. Got my nails done. All this gold jewelry. Focus, doggone it. He got me all this gold jewelry. I mean, he just really spared no expense on this girl, honey, okay? So I was like, okay. Even though I still didn't like him. But when he done that, I was like, hold up. This guy is my ticket out the projects. Okay? He is my ticket up out of here. Like, I am, I'm going to use his man for everything I can to get up out this situation that I'm in. Because I didn't like him. I did not actually like him. Liking him came later, and loving him came even later. Okay? So, we go to the party. I have a really nice time. Come home from the party. I bring him home with me. Okay? I bring him home with me. So that morning, I wake up to some glass breaking downstairs in my apartment. So I go downstairs, and it's baby daddy number one coming through the window. He was coming through the window, honey. So I go back upstairs, and I tell him, look, baby daddy's downstairs. I just need you to go over to your sister's house. And when he gets done getting all his things, okay, it's all good. Because I'm done with this man now. You listen. When dude took me to the mall and spent all that money on me, I already knew whenever I saw him again, I was done. I already knew it. So I'm sitting on the couch, and I'm just looking at him walk back and forth in the apartment. He done drove his car, mind you. Let me just give you the setup. The street, long sidewalk. My apartment is on the end, on the right-hand side. In front of me is apartments facing me in a row, long rows. And in the projects, they cram you in there because they want they want to get as many families, in these units as possible. So, street, long sidewalk for the apartments that I'm facing, and I'm all the way at the end unit, literally the end apartment. Nobody was on my right, but I had a neighbor that I shared a porch with on my left, who was my grandmother babysitter / mother / she served a lot of purposes. She was an older-ish woman who had been in the projects when her mama was, still alive. It was one of those families of project families, okay? So she was my personal babysitter. Well, she was everybody's babysitter. Let me just say that. We all paid Miss Carolyn, what's her name, to babysit our kids, because she was an older lady and she ain't take no mess, She was definitely a mother figure for us young, dumb girls, basically. So, baby's, she's literally right next door. And I'm on the couch while he's moving his things out, okay? And that's a whole story time for it in itself. Oh my God, police had to be called, the whole nine. So, with him for 5.5 years, boom, right into a relationship with baby daddy number 2. I ran it 6 years with him. 6 years and 2 kids with this man. I found out he was cheating. So my friends and I, we staged some PI investigative work to catch him in the act, so that my actions would be warranted, to which they were, and I did catch him in the act. So I ended up breaking up with him. That's a full story time in itself, how I dismantled every garment this man owned, all 300 pairs of his shoes, the whole 9, okay? So from him, 6 years with this man and 2 kids later, we were apart for 30 days before I met Monte. So I was within a little window of a breakup from this man to meeting Monte, who at this point in my life was love at first sight. Monte was the first guy who I fell in love with, where love actually meant something to me, okay, was with Monte. Now, both baby daddies to this day were cool. They could come over here. I could go visit them. Anytime I see them, it's just all love. 2 decent, good guys. To this day. Still have a great relationship. Always have. So, I then meet Monte, right? And Monte and I date, and then we get married, and then we're together, and then we divorce, right? Which was which I shared in the separation video, knowing your worth, the divorce video, knowing your worth, not separation. I shared how dark of a place that was for me in that situation. That divorce was horrible. It was death for me. But after him, it was just like casual dating. I wouldn't allow myself to necessarily get serious about anyone. So I would just date. And then I did meet somebody finally that I let my guard down with, which was a mistake. But hey, I had to learn. I had to know what loving and being hurt looked like again, I guess, at that point in my life, so that I would know how to handle it differently than I did my divorce. Okay. So I meet this guy, and it was infatuation at first sight. Let me say that. It wasn't really love at first sight. It was infatuation at first sight. Because I fell in love with the persona of how he looked, that, all of that, okay? And I dated him, well, let's say this. I don't even want to say dated now that I look back on it, but I had this man in my presence, and I shared energy with this man for a year, okay? 1 year with this guy. Within that window of a year that I was with this person, okay, I had not talked to Monte, had not seen Monte, no dealings with Monte, no nothing. Even before that year, actually. Even before that, it was nothing. And then I get a random phone call from Monte out of the blue, right when that relationship was kind of coming to an end anyway. Okay? It's already coming to an end. Long story short, Monte is back in the picture, dude is out the picture, and I married him for a second time. Okay? So again, I'm showing you the timeline. It's been one relationship after the other with me. And the only actual break that I got, like an actual break from a relationship, was after we divorced, even though I dated sparingly whenever I felt like I wanted to, because I was over the road trucking. So I couldn't really, date like that anyway. So that kind of, trucking probably saved me from multiple men dating. Okay. Even though it was still, I would date when I would come in town, but it was never nothing serious or sexual for that matter. It was just company, really. Because I wouldn't allow myself to go back down that road until I met that man. Okay, when I met him. So it was, it was just me, no relationship. Then I meet him. Then I'm back married to Monte. So it was quite a bit of time, though, in between divorce and then reconnecting with Monte again. It was still a nice long window of me just being over the road, having nothing but time to reflect on my life and discovering who I was. Like, who am I? I was so lost in trying to be the perfect woman for him, whoever him was, be the perfect woman for him and do everything right for him, that I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't know what really mattered to me. Like, who am I? Like, I used to look in the mirror all the time and be like, who are you? What do you like? What do you want? Where are you trying to go with? What does your life stand for? Like, because I'm a Pisces. I love hard. Like, we just, we love so hard and crazy. Like, that is why I had to lay Char down. I had to put Char down because she was in control of my life all the way up until I had to seek God when I was going through that divorce, because I thought I was going to die. I wanted to die. I rediscovered, I should say, God. He was still right where I left him from the beginning. He was right where I left him at. I just picked my relationship up with him and really, really, really used that strength and that faith to get me through. That's what got me through, really. Um, so right up until then, Shar was in control of my life, and I would only let Sharon out every now and then. Like I try to suppress her, I would try to suppress Sharon, right? Shar helped me through the crazy. She's the crazy. She is the crazy, okay? She is the crazy. But she was the one who could handle stuff. Sharon is a little bit more reserved and a little bit more, oh, she's so sweet. But Shar is crazy as hell. She's crazy. So I would let Shar run my life and cut people's clothes up and cut all the tongues out of shoes and throw them all over. She was that girl. So I said that to say that those of you that reach out to me for relationship advice, or you look at my life and you assume whatever, it hasn't been peaches and cream on the relationship side of things for me at all. It hasn't been. When it was good, and when it was bad, it was horrible. That's just what it was. So that's why it's so easy for me to love my space and not want anybody coming into my space and changing the energy of my space. I have not been in control up until I took control of who I was in my life again. And I made a promise to myself that I would never allow anybody to allow me to lose who I was as a person to benefit them. Never again will I do that. And again, if somebody is not adding something to my life, or I'm not adding something to their life in a way, and it's just a one-sided situation, I can't be with that person. If they cause an energy shift in my life, for whatever reason, they cause even the slightest bit of unbalance, I don't need that person in my life, and I will cut you off and keep it moving. Like, I'm never going to go down that road again. Never, and I say never, even though they say you should never say never, that's the one thing I can say and stand by on the never, is that I would never allow a man to cause me to be so bat crazy that I lose who I am as a person ever again. No more. And no one should do that. You should never love a person more than you love you. Period. If you can't fully love yourself in its entirety and love your own company, you could never fully say that you actually love somebody else, because you don't even love yourself that much more than you love yourself. That was one of the things I done with Monte, is I loved him more than I loved God, myself, just, which was a recipe for disaster, as you can see. As you can see. But that's part of life's lessons, is to teach you what you're supposed to do and not supposed to do. Okay? Because if you don't know no better, you can't do no better. Okay? All right. But when you know better, you need to do better. Or when you know better, you need to help somebody else out with that. Because maybe they don't know no better. So it's your job to be your sister's keeper or your brother's keeper. It's your job. It just is. So, again, shout out to all of you who look to me for advice. I am grateful that you feel like I am qualified, again, to give you advice, even though I don't feel like I am, per se. But hopefully that helped you to, I guess, understand your girl a little bit better into my life, my transparent life that I live without any regrets. Hopefully that was helpful to somebody. I don't know, somebody somewhere. That being said, so no, I'm no longer seeing the, sweet little Shine anymore. He is a sweetheart, though. No, I'm just not. I'm in a different place in my life. Okay, just a different place. No hard feelings whatsoever. I am grateful that I met him for the reason that I was supposed to, and I'm glad that, I'm single. I'm single, and I'm dating and I'm having fun, and until that one individual come along that fully engulfs my attention, then that's just what it'll be. I've accepted that that's just what it is, and it's until God decides, okay, this is what has to happen. He's the one. That's it. But I needed this window of fun, because this is fun for me. This is okay for me. Like, my life is okay with dating, seeing what's out there, seeing, what this guy's about, what he's about, because I won't know who's who or what's right for me until, the interview process is over. So I'm done interviewing. Okay, some of you were blessed enough to find your significant others faster than others, which is great. So shout out to, a happy home, black love, white love, Hispanic love, whatever the love is, okay, that you got going on. Shout out to you. Some of us weren't as lucky. Some of us have had to experience many things to learn who we were, then and where we're going, okay? So it's to each his own, right? So that was kind of like a little long story time for you guys to get into who Sharon is. Who I am. It's who I am. Again, I live my life without regret, unapologetically, and I am here to share it with you. So hopefully that helped someone. I don't know how it would, but I don't know. Maybe it did. I don't know, child. Hopefully it was helpful in some way, or if nothing, my life, how you see your girl who come in front of you, who you allow in your home, your jobs, and you be watching me at work. Great, I stop doing that. I'm just saying. Hopefully, it needed to be shared. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and go. I will see you guys in tomorrow's video for sure. I got you covered tomorrow, okay? I will give you guys a heads up. If I know I'm going to take a day off, or 2 days or 3 days, or whatever the case is, I will give you a heads up. Okay? My apologies for the last couple days. Sorry. Some of y'all were kind of upset with your girl. I'm sorry, okay? Hugs and kisses. Mwah. I love you, fam. To the moon and back. Everyone stay blessed. Stay positive. Stay prayed up. Don't let anyone dictate your mood. Do something good for yourself. And always, always do something good for somebody else. And I will catch you in tomorrow's video. Bye.